Hello, baseball fans. Welcome into this one. Time for some Double-A baseball in the Texas League. It's the San Antonio Missions taking on the Arkansas Travelers.
Ladies and gentlemen,
First pitch coming your way next.
For your Arkansas Travelers.
Just about to get underway. And on the mound today, Tyler Go. Let's take a closer look. He's got 4 pitches to choose from on the mound, and we'll see how he mixes and matches as the game goes on. If he can get through the lineup the first time using just 2, maybe 3 of them, he'll have a better chance to work deep into this one and hold something back for later. Ready to go now. Here's the left fielder, Albert Fabian. And away we go this afternoon.
First pitch, 4 o'clock.
0-1 now. Fouled off. He was late. Just missing there. What a take with 2 strikes. Got him looking. That's the first out.
Batting second, the catcher.
So digging in, Ethan Salas. Into left center for a base hit. So they get a runner on with a 1-out single.
Batting third, the
Joshua Mears now at the plate.
Joshua Mears.
Ball, that's outside.
One and 0. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, could be 2 to second for 1. Double play, and that'll do it for the inning. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left aboard. We move on to the bottom of the first. No score after half an inning.
Well, hello there, everybody, and we welcome you. As by golly, gotta say, we are here in Arkansas after the rain out yesterday, and so far we are watching the game as Ben Gelman will bring the broadcast for these 6 games against San Antonio, and so far we are just super excited. Well, anyway, no score through the top half of the first for San Antonio, as we're about ready to go for the bottom of the first for Arkansas, right here, the Travelers Baseball Network.
Welcome back. Today's starting pitcher, Jagger Haynes. Just a 3-pitch mix, but he's got a lot of confidence in those 3 offerings. The key is going to be mixing pitch sequences throughout this start so he doesn't get too predictable. Otherwise, the hitters can sit on one of the 3 and unload when it comes. To the bottom of the first we go.
Leading
Digging
off
in,
the Travelers,
Nick Dunn.
the second baseman, Nick Done.
Fouled off left side. And that one fouled off. Battling here, fouls it away. Swing and a miss. Slider ran away for strike 3 there.
Batting second. The
Digging in for the
shortstop,
Travelers, Michael Arroyo.
Arroyo.
Right through there for a strike. One out and the base is empty. Pitch is in there. 0-2. 2 straight pitches down in the zone to get ahead. Now he can attack the rest of this AB in a lot of ways. Struck out looking for the backwards K. Too quickly gone in the bottom of the first this afternoon. Already establishing a potent rhythm, striking out the first 2 batters. It looks like these hitters are going to have their work cut out for them in this one. Coming up to the dish for Arkansas, Hogan Windish. That one fouled off. Two outs, base is empty. Grounder to the left side. There in plenty of time, ends the inning. End of 1, and we're still scoreless.
So that's no runs, hits, or errors for Arkansas. As we hit to the top of the second inning, Marcos Castellon leads it off for San Antonio for the top half of 2. Back here is Ben Gelman. Continues the broadcast here in Game 1 of our doubleheader here this afternoon. It is no score through 1. Back here for Arkansas Baseball Network. It's top of the second inning for San Antonio, and leading it off, Marcos Castellon. Here is Ben Gelman.
Top half of the second from North Little Rock. And here's the first baseman, Marcos Castellon. This one in the air to right, going back pretty deep, hauls it in for the out. Almost got the inning started with a bang on that fastball. I'm sure he wishes he could have put that over the wall. And now the right fielder.
Ball! That pitch is out.
And the count 1-2. Here it comes. Labeled on a line to center. 2 down.
Batting 6, the designated hitter.
So 2 down now, and here at the plate, Cole Roederer. Roederer, 25 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2018. Right through there for a strike. He's showing a lot of confidence in the changeup to start the AB with it and get the called strike. Swinging a drive deep left field, pretty far back there. Hits the fence. Starts the afternoon off right with a double. Very nearly an opposite field blast, but that's really tough to do in the gap. The fences get pretty deep out there. Still an excellent swing and a good result. Now they've got a good shot at scoring the first run of the game with the runner in scoring position. So up next, Gendry Rojas. Outfield pretty shallow here. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Makes the catch. They strand one. Midway in the second, no score yet.
So no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left on for San Antonio. We head now to the bottom of 2, still no score through 2.5. Lazaro Montes will lead it off for Arkansas. We come back for bottom of 2 for the Travelers. And it's no score through 2.5. Now set to go for the bottom of the second for Arkansas, right now on the Travelers Baseball Network. Here is Ben Gelman as we get set for the bottom of 2, starting right now.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping to the plate for Arkansas, Lazaro Montes.
0-1.
The 0-1.
0-2.
Swing and a miss. Got the strikeout. Leadoff batter retired here in the second. Efficient work on the mound there.
Batting 5th, the left fielder, Jared Sundstrom.
Jared Sundstrom getting ready to hit. And he hits a ground ball to the right side. 2 down.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Ryland.
So digging in, Ryland Thomas. Challenge pitch right down Main Street, and he got the take, so he's ahead 0-1. Nice pitching. Gets a piece there, we'll do it again. Two outs and nobody aboard. Grounds this one to the right side. Over to the pitcher, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We're at the end of 2. No score.
No runs, hits, or errors, no one on for Arkansas. Third inning, still no score as we head to the top of 3. Norwillian Cedeno leads it off when we set to go for the third inning for the San Antonio Missions.
On to the next inning. Stepping to the plate now for San Antonio, Norwillian Cedeno. And a ground ball to first. Takes it to first for the out.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 94.
Now at the dish, Leodalis DeVries. Down the left field line for a base hit. Around first, hustling for 2. Here comes the throw. Reaches second with fielders to make a play quickly and cleanly. If you don't hustle, he's going to get extra bases out of it like he did right there. Back to the top of the order here. And now, Albert Fabian. And that's a fair ball. Runner around third. Runner scores, and they have the lead. What a great swing there. He really put a lot into that base hit. Right down the line, didn't overdo it, and kept it fair for a knock. So with a runner at second and 1 away, coming up to the dish for San Antonio, Ethan Salas. Foul ball there. The 0-1. And they say he went.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a foul ball, so he stays alive. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a high fly to left. 2 away now.
The center fielder, number 14, Joshua Mears.
Joshua Mears will hit next. Hit into a double play the first time around. And a base hit right there. Coming around third. Relay, throw home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. Well, it makes sense. You're going to try to score on the 2-out hit to the outfield, but great execution with the relay home. That had to be nearly perfect even to be close, and it was just that. Innings over. As we go to the last of the third, and now the center fielder, Victor Labrada. Grounder to first. Castañon steps on first for the out.
Batting eighth, the third baseman, Joyner Fajardo.
So up next, Joyner Fajardo. Tough lefty-lefty matchup here for the hitter. The best approach is to stay up the middle. Even if you're a little late, you can send it. Now this one is hammered. Way back there, on its way. It's out of here, and we are tied. Made them pay for that one, and they tie it up. It's 1-1. That was a low 90s fastball, and it wound up in a spot that was entirely too hittable. A pitcher who doesn't have great velo on the fastball has to locate better than that. All tied up thanks to the homer. And now, Nick Raposo.
Yeah! All one's the count.
One run in the inning so far. Here in the back end of the third inning. Got him. 2 out. A lot of hitters will look out over the plate to the
Now
outer half
batting,
with 2
the
strikes,
second
and they're
baseman,
less able to
Nick.
react on a good fastball in. That might explain the batter taking strike 3 called here. Done. In the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fly ball down the line. Fabian on the move. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Just 1 hit in the inning, but it was a big one as it tied the ball game. All square now at 1-1. If you're looking for a new scent that makes you think of the ballpark, turn to Sudsy Susie's Body Wash. New options include fresh cut grass, pine tar, and hot dog water. Welcome back to North Little Rock, top of the 4th inning. The 0-1 off. Sends it to first. Leadoff batter retired in the 4th.
Now batting, number 7.
Next to hit for the Missions, number 7. 0 for 1 so far. He's shown some excellent command in this game, and that's helped drive his success, really putting the ball where he wants it to go. The 0-1. And a curve misses outside. In the air, right field. It falls in, that's a base hit. So 1 on now with 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Cole Roederer.
Digging in for the Missions, Cole Roederer cracked a double the first time at bat. Sharp grounder into the outfield for a hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out. Back-to-back base hits. That's a nice, simple approach there. Sent that one back through the middle for a clean base hit. Now a pivotal at bat in this ballgame. Gendry Rojas digs in now, 0 for 1.
Hey!
Here comes the 0-1. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Into center. Hauls it in, 2 away. Came away empty from an AB where he had a chance to do damage. Tough break.
The second baseman, Nerwillian Cedeno.
Nerwillian Cedeno, the next to hit. 0 for 1, grounded out the first time around. It's all well and good to be patient and drive up the pitch count, but when you get a first pitch fastball like that, in this big a spot, gotta unload. 0-1 now. Nice eye right there. Go ahead run at second, top half of the 4th. Grounds this one up the middle. Oh, gloves it. In time. Out. And that'll do it. 2 left on. We're midway through the 4th. All tied 1-1. Welcome back. The Travelers at the dish in the bottom of the fourth.
Ball.
That's the first pitch they've taken for a ball in this one, and it's been a long time coming. Swinging a foul, pushed off to the right. One ball, one strike. Here's the pitch. Got the bat going too soon there. It's strike two. Great time to go to the slider. He was clearly sitting fastball, which made his swing just a hair too early. Now he's got to protect with 2 strikes. And that one is foul. We'll try again. One, two now. Out to short. DeVries tosses to first. Leadoff batter retired in the fourth.
Now batting, the first baseman, Hogan Windish.
Next up for the Travs, Hogan Windish. Grounded out the first time up. They've got one concession stand here in Little Rock devoted to nothing but deep-fried foods. If your stomach is up to it, I strongly recommend paying them a visit. So far, he's thrown more than 80% first pitch strikes, which is driving this excellent outing. If he keeps it up, he could work very deep into this one.
0-2 is the count.
One out and the base is empty. Fly ball to left, down the line. It's carrying. And hauls it in. That's out number 2.
The right fielder, number 99.
Digging in for the
Lázaro.
Travelers, Lázaro Montes.
Montes.
3-pitch strikeout in the last AB. Will definitely want to do better this time. That one pushed foul. 2 outs, base is empty. Pops it up, foul on the left side. Rojas under it. And that is out number 3. So they go quietly here. We've played 4 full, all tied 1-1.
So it's on now to the 5th inning, and San Antonio and Arkansas tied at 1-1. Back here for more Travelers baseball when we come back.
We're ready for the 5th inning. Stepping in, the switch hitting shortstop, Leodalis DeVries. Curveball gets over for a called strike. Such a close game. The next team to score could take all the momentum they need. And he grounds this back up the middle. Tosses to first. And the leadoff hitter set down in the 5th.
The left fielder, number 30, Albert Fabian.
And now, Albert Fabian, 1 for 2. That one ripped into right center. It one-hops off the wall, could be trouble. Into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run. Some excellent swings
Now
for him in this game as he
catcher,
notches extra
Ethan.
base hit number 2. Right off the bat, you know he was thinking extra bases. Great loud contact to the pull side, right into the gap. That comes from an on-time swing with the barrel taking a good path to the baseball. This next at-bat looms very large. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, looks ready to make the move. Tyler Go, done for the day. And it's a tie ball game as the starter heads for the dugout. Back with the new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching. for
Righty
the
reliever out of the
Travelers,
pen, Blas Castano,
Number 62.
trying to strand the runner at second.
Blas Castano.
And here at the plate, Ethan Salas. Towards first. And steps on the bag for the out.
The center fielder, number 14, Joshua Mears.
Stepping to the plate now for San Antonio, Joshua Mears. Hard ground ball, base hit. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single. It's 2-1. Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. He put a very good swing on that one. Even if he couldn't elevate it, sent it whirring through the infield for a knock. Nice approach. 2 outs, runner on first base. Marcos Castañón getting ready to hit. And the curve drops in there for a strike. Hard liner. Dives, but can't make the catch. The throw in. Safe there, and we've got runners at second and third with 2 away. Back-to-back singles,
number
passing
7.
the baton. Line drives into center are such high percentage swings. There are a lot of hits to be found out there. And now the right fielder. There's a strike. We're in the top of the 5th inning. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. Grounder to third, Fajardo. Play made, that ends the inning. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit, and the home team's down a run. Bottom of the inning, now the left fielder, Jared Sundstrom.
Aye.
And that one fouled off. Ground ball, right side, and that's just foul. Hoping to put the tying run aboard. Punches that one away with 2 strikes. Seemed to be sitting on the fastball there. Good job to adjust and fight off the breaking ball. Now here's the 0-2. Hit hard on a line. Makes the grab, 1 down. That's such a frustrating line out. It sure looked like they were going to have the potential tying run on base, but it was not to be. Next is the designated hitter, Ryland Thomas. 0 for 1, grounded out to first the last time. A little surprising they don't go for a pinch hitter here with the lefty-lefty matchup. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Rojas moving under it. And now 2 away.
The center fielder, number 2, Victor Labrada.
Coming up to the dish for Arkansas, Victor Labrada. Fouled off. He was late. Two down and nobody aboard. Bottom half of the 5th. Grounder to third. Has some trouble with it. And the throw takes too long to develop. And they don't get an out on the play. Nice job to put the ball in play and then hustle down the first base line. Beat the throw with room to spare. That's some textbook batting. Found a pitch in the heart of the zone, held back just a hair longer, and then he stepped through it and ripped it the opposite way. And they've got some choices now with good speed on the bases. Runner on the move. Strike in there. And safe. That's a stolen base, not close. And now another base hit could even this one up. Haynes checks the runner, dives back in safely. And the tying run at second. Clips the corner. No balls, 2 strikes.
No balls, 2
Looking
strikes.
at 2 straight pitches and now down 0-2, you're just hoping to make contact. Already in a big hole, and the pitcher clearly has the advantage. This one high in the air, out to left center. Fabian on the move to the gap. Makes the grab. 1 runner left stranded. The score remains 2-1. We're back, and they make a change to start the
Number
sixth.
64.
The new pitcher, Casey Legumina.
Casey.
This game is still pretty tight, so he
Legumina.
has to give the bats a chance and keep it close. No mistake pitches. Well, it's a
Leading off
one-run
for
ball
San
game,
Antonio,
and
the
now it's going to
designated
be
hitter,
Cole Roederer.
Roederer.
Aye.
And that should be extra bases. Around first, hustling for two. Safe at second with a double, third hit of the afternoon. That makes 2 doubles for him on the day. Not a bad bit of work by the DH. So digging in, Gendry Rojas. Nobody out, runner at second base. Big opportunity for the offense. Line drive, that's a base hit. Runner rounds third, on his way to the plate. Scores with ease. It's an RBI single, and they take a
Now
2-run lead.
Second baseman, Nair Williams.
Well, he comes through
Cedillo.
clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Great rip on that one to the pole side. Didn't get too far ahead of it, just kept a nice bat path through it for a line drive base knock into the outfield. And we'll see if his speed becomes a factor now that he's on first. Nerwillian Cedeno now at the plate. One on with nobody out. A double play would certainly change the inning's momentum. And a base hit. Throw comes in, runner stops. Second and third, nobody out.
Now
And that makes it
number
3 hits in a
94.
row for this lineup. That was as textbook a double as you'll see. Flicked that one into the gap, turned the corner, and hustled in for the extra base knock. Now it's the shortstop, Leodalis DeVries.
Aye.
That one at the knees, it's a strike. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Called out on strikes. Huge K there.
The left fielder, number
Here's the
30,
left fielder, Albert Fabian.
Fabian.
Good opportunity to pick up your teammate and deliver. Right side, Windish. Takes it to first for the out. On that pitch, he didn't recognize the changeup early enough and just rolled
Now
over on
batting,
it as a result.
catcher, Ethan Salas.
Next to hit for the Missions, Ethan Salas. 1 for 3. Ripped to short, but caught for the out. That ends the inning and limits the damage. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 3-1 ball game. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Stepping in, Nick Raposo. Strike 2. Once again, he's ahead 0-2, and he's got the power in this at bat. Spoils the 2-strike offering, another coming up. Wow, he really got away with a mistake right there. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Ground ball, right side. That's the first out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Nick Dunn.
Now it's the second baseman, Nick Dunn. And that's in for a strike. Impressive efficiency on the mound in this game. The 0-1. Check swing and an appeal to third. And that's a swing according to Kenny Jansen. The Travelers trailing by 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. That one just misses. Getting squeezed a bit here in the late going. Puts this one in the air down the line. On the move, has a play, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, shortstop, Michael Arroyo.
And the next batter, Michael Arroyo. Oh, and 1, here's the pitch. Sliced down the right side. That one is foul. We'll see another. This one the other way. And that's a fair ball. Around first, hustling for 2. Throws to second, and it's a 2-out double. Down in the count, didn't matter. Put a great swing on it. Great job on the 0-2 count. Clearly recognized the pitch early out of the hand and gave it a strong, balanced cut. This next at bat is going to be critical. Hogan Windish digs in now. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. The Travelers with the tying run at the dish. Right side, hard hit. Takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. So one hit is all they get. We're through 6 full innings. The Mission's out in front, 3-1.
Now, pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th inning, and we have a new
Number
pitcher on the mound,
65.
Hagen Danner. Coming into a game trailing by a small margin, and so his job will be to keep it within reach for the offense. Coming up to the dish for
Leading
San
off
Antonio,
for San
Joshua
Antonio,
Mears.
The center fielder, Joshua Mears.
High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. 1 away.
The first baseman, number 6, Marcos
Digging in for the Missions,
Castanon.
Marcos Castañón. There's a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Number 39, the left-hander up and throwing. File, getting loose as well. Ripped into the outfield. And that one hops the wall. Now he turns for second. Here comes the throw. But he's in there easily.
He's safe.
Got out in front, but didn't allow the wrists to yank that one into foul ground. That's a good example of extending through the swing and following through to line that pitch into the outfield for a hit. Runner at second, 1 away. And now the right fielder. Some serious heat, 97 on that fastball. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing, high fly down the right field line. And makes the catch. Runner tags at second. He's in there.
Now batting, designated hitter, Cole Roederer.
Stepping to the plate now for San Antonio, Cole Roederer. He's 3 for 3 with a couple of doubles and a single. Close, doesn't get the call. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. That's pretty far back. Drops into the glove. One left on base, and the score stays 3-1. Bottom of the 7th. And now at the plate, Lázaro Montes. Swing and a foul straight back. He's thrown a lot of first pitch strikes, so the hitters need to be ready to swing early. It may not drive up the pitch count too much, but you know you'll have a good shot to do damage. That one ripped into right center. One down.
The left fielder, number 32, Jared.
Next up for the Travs, Jared Sundstrom. He's been remarkable with first pitch strikes, over 90% in this game. Because he's pitched so well to this point, I think the hitters need to adjust. They have to attack on the first pitch. Chances are it'll be in the zone. A laser into the outfield. And there are two down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, right.
So it's their last chance of the ball game.
Thomas.
Fastball in for a strike. They're down to their final strike of the game. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And this game is over. The Missions claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense. And your final score, 3-1. For our entire outstanding crew here at the show, I'm Ben Gelman. Thanks for tuning in.
Well, that concludes game one of the doubleheader. Game two and another 7 innings about ready to come in just a bit. So y'all stay tuned as we have more baseball here in North Little Rock, Arkansas. Well, I got to say, Bob, pretty good game as this one comes to a close. And so far, get a W of a final score 3-1 as the San Antonio Missions take game one of the 6-game set. San Antonio, 3 runs, 14 hits, no errors. Arkansas 1-3-0. Winner for the Missions goes to Jagger Haynes. Loss goes to Tyler Groh. And so far, that will pretty much do for the first 7 of this 14-inning game. Well, anyway, we'll be continuing a live coverage as we get set for Game 2 coming up in just a bit. back here in North Little Rock, Arkansas, here at All-American Ballpark, home of the Arkansas Travelers. Hi there, everybody. This is Bob, and with my partner, John Baker, we are here to get something going as we get set for Game 2 of the 6-game set. Well, anyway, gotta say, what a win for San Antonio during the last game of our 7 doubleheader. And here is John Baker as he brings you this one. Well, thank you, Bob, and hello there, everybody. We welcome you to Game 2 of our 6-game set between the visiting San Antonio Missions and the Arkansas Travelers. Well, what a win we've seen against San Antonio as final score 3-1. A 2-run ball game propels the Missions to the W, and now it is 25-21 for San Antonio. They trail a game and a half against Midland, 2.5 against the Frisco Rough Riders, with Rough Riders being up 27-18, Midland 26-20. San Antonio 25-21, Amarillo 20-26, Corpus Christi 17-29, and with the Arkansas Travelers, Wichita and Springfield tied with 24 wins apiece. Northwest Arkansas trailing a game and a half against 3 of their North Division rivals with 23-22. Tulsa down in last place with 19-27. Well, anyway, if San Antonio wins this one, they'll tie up against Midland. And if Midland loses to Corpus Christi there at Franco Park, it will be a deciding factor for San Antonio to claim second place and continue the win streak, as they are in a 5-game winning streak. They took 4 last week against Wichita, which that was pretty good, and then 1 against the Arkansas Travelers, which that also was good too. Yeah, I gotta say, John, pretty good as we get set for Game 2, and hopefully the winning streak will stay alive. If San Antonio could get 6 wins in a row, that will be really impressive. We'll have to see and wait and find out what happens next. I mean, I gotta agree there, Bob. Well, anyway, we're just about set to go as Game 2 getting set. And San Antonio in their road race, Arkansas also in their road race. Arkansas inscribed on the chest, which they do have their road away jerseys, which that is pretty good. And so far, pretty good as well. Well, anyway, we're just about set to go for the second game of our 6-game set against the Arkansas Travelers, taking on tonight's opponent, San Antonio, all the way from our home city in San Antonio, Texas, there at Wolf Stadium. And so far, Missions will be back home taking on a 6-game set with the visiting Midland Rockhounds starting on June 3rd. And so far, going to be pretty good in that homestand as we take on Midland. Well, anyway, go online at Arkansas or TexasLeagueBaseball.com, wherever you may be. And so far, make sure you get your tickets printed at home, or you could download them on the MILB TV First Pitch app. And also follow us all season long as we get set to go here for this whole entire regular season. Anyway, don't forget the first half will wrap up in July. I do believe that San Antonio will firsthand take a short 3-game set against Corpus Christi, and then it's 3 at Corpus Christi, and then it's off to Wichita, and 4 days to finish off the first half. And so far, going to be a pretty good 4-day rest, and then we'll come back Friday with a 9-game homestand, a short 3 against Amarillo and 6 against Midland, which that will also be good as well, too. So anyway, pretty good on that. Well, anyway, we're about set to go. First pitch, and our next 7-inning contest will start momentarily here in North Little Rock, Arkansas. Stay tuned. Top of the first inning for San Antonio, about set to go right after our commercial messages.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Some Double-A baseball coming at you. It's the San Antonio Missions taking on the Arkansas Travelers. First pitch coming at you right after the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your Arkansas Travelers.
Just about set to go. And today's starter, Michael Morales. Here's some more information. He's going to need to command all 4 of his pitches to have a great game in this one. If one of those 4 isn't working, it makes it a lot easier for hitters to guess what's coming. And that's not a situation he wants to find himself in. Ready to go now. Now the left fielder, Albert Fabian.
Albert Fabian.
And we are underway.
0-1's the count.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
On the ground, right side. Throw to first in time. All right, let's take a look at the lineup.
Salas.
The batter now, Ethan Salas. And immediately fires a strike to the left-handed batter. That's a bullet dodged out there on the mound. He left that curveball floating high in the zone. This one is labeled. Can't get there. That should be extra bases. In at second with a 1-out double. Nice line drive cut there. Had everything working smoothly on the swing. That's one to try and replicate. Digging in for the Missions, Joshua Mears. On the outside corner, strike one. Righty comes to the plate. That one finds the zone. Hitter looks a little too passive against him right now, and he took advantage with 2 straight fastballs for strikes. Now the pitcher's in the driver's seat. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Way out front for strike 3. Stepping to the plate now for San Antonio, Marcos Castañón. And a curve drops in for a strike.
0-1.
Now. And there's a strike. Not sure he was ready to hit. Took the first 2 pitches for strikes. Time for him to battle now. Salas at second, 2 away. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field for a hit. The throw in to second. Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Great job to step through that and line it the other way for a knock. That's the kind of thing hitters work on consistently, and he's turning that work into in-game success. 2 away and a runner in scoring position here. Next to hit for the Missions, number 7. Now a drag bunt, third base side. Fajardo. There in plenty of time, ends the inning. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now 1-0.
Well, we're going to be back as we get set to go for the bottom of the first. And San Antonio getting ready to handpick their starter here for Game 2. It's the San Antonio Missions 1 and Arkansas nothing as we head to the bottom of the first.
Welcome back. And pitching in this game, Ryan Burgert. With 5 pitches in the arsenal, he's got a lot of ways to approach each hitter in this lineup. But if he only has 1 or 2 of those pitches working, the batters will have an easier time guessing what's coming. Anytime you can eliminate pitches from consideration, it gives you a leg up against the pitcher. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the second baseman, Nick Dunn. Dunn goes 5'9", 28 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2018. This one is in there. Strike 1. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. That was a hanging slider, and he got a great look at it. Might be the most hittable pitch he'll get in this AB. Ground ball right side. And steps on the bag for the out.
Batting second.
Let's take a look at the lineup. Down a run already, and that's not an insurmountable deficit, but you can bet they'd like to get to him and put some runs on the board themselves. I'm looking for him to have some aggressive ABs early on and try to make some noise. And now the shortstop, Michael Arroyo. On the ground to third, Rojas. To first. 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first this evening.
Batting third, the first baseman, Hogan Windish.
Digging in for the Travelers, Hogan Windish. Swings and sends a laser to right. Makes the catch, inning over. So they make short work of them there. We go on to inning number 2. The Missions lead it 1-0.
So no runs, hits, or errors for Arkansas. As we head to 2, as Cole Roederer will stand in for the top half of inning number 2 for San Antonio in the second of the doubleheader. We're back after this as Ben Gelman will take it from here.
Have you got problems with polecats? Are you fussing with ferrets? Do stoats have you stumped? Then you ought to call Ralph's Weasel Emporium, the experts for all your vermin needs. Top half of the second from North Little Rock. Clips the corner. That is strike two. Liner, base hit. Runner aboard on the leadoff single. Not many hitters can make that kind of contact on balls in that location. High pitch on a two-strike count, and he did well to put the barrel on it. Next to hit, Gendry Rojas. On the ground to short, could be two. There's one.
That's an out.
They get two.
You're out.
That play looked smooth and simple, but it's anything but. Credit to them for an outstanding double play. Now it's the second baseman, Nerwillian Cedeno. Outfield pretty shallow here.
That's a ball. 1-0.
Gets the call. Two outs and nobody aboard. In there at the knees.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Nice job out there as he gets them 1, 2, 3. Now to the bottom of inning number 2. The Missions have the lead, 1-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. Coming up to the dish for Arkansas, Lazaro Montes. Fastball for a strike. Right through there for a strike. Batter just wants to get a read on his stuff. That was a meaty pitch, but he let that one go, maybe to get the timing. Could be ready for it if he gets it again. Now here's the 0-2. And that just misses. What a take with 2 strikes. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike offering, another coming up. And again on 1-2. Gets a piece, stays alive. Laced down the line, could be extra bases. And that one's getting into the corner. Around first, hustling for 2. Here comes the throw. Into second, easily with a leadoff double. That was a great 2-strike approach in that AB. Good job to stay back on that one and not roll over on it. Let it get deep in the zone, then drop the bat head on it and ripped it the other way for a knock. Next up for the Travs, Jared Sundstrom. Fly ball to left, down the line. And there's one down.
Batting 6th, the designated hitter, Ryland Thomas.
Ryland Thomas will hit next. That pitcher should be thanking his lucky stars after hanging that changeup. He knows he got away with one. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This one popped up in foul ground on the first base side. 2 away now.
Batting 7th, the center fielder, Victor Labrada.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Victor Labrada. Man at second with 2 down. Oh, can't get out of the way of the fastball. That's going to sting. And now it's runners at first and second. So digging in, Yoiner Fajardo. Fouled back our way, and that's out of play. The 0-1. Late on that fastball. He reached back and blew the high heat by him. Batter didn't have much of a chance to catch up to that. Struck out swinging. And that ends the inning. That's a true competitor out there on the mound as we see the emotion there. Great job to get out of the jam. On to the next inning. Coming up to the dish for San Antonio, Leodalis DeVries.
Hey! 0-1. Ball. Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Struck out looking for the backwards K. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Back to the top of the order here. Digging in for the missions, Albert Fabian.
Hey!
1 out and the base is empty. Just
Ball,
missed.
inside.
This one's hammered to left center. Well struck. Might be trouble here. He turns and heads for second. And into second with one away. That's a double. Everything came together on that swing. Hammered that one with a really nice all-around swing. And he hit it pretty deep before it fell in for the knock. Stepping to the plate now for San Antonio, Ethan Salas. A double and a run scored the first time up. Line drive, base hit down the line. And that's into the corner. In comes the run from second. It's 2-zip. In with a double makes it 2 on the night. Well, that's a big swing of the bat, driving in the run with the 2-bagger. Well, he was a touch behind on that swing, but strong wrists and a good job of getting on plane meant he could make good contact and shoot it down the left field line. Runner at second, one away. And now the center fielder, Joshua Mears, struck out swinging the first time. And there's a curve through for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Time called for. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball, that's out.
Right through there for a strike. On the ground, and it goes just foul. High fly ball to right field. This one pretty far back. Got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Marcos Castanon.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Marcos Castañón. RBI knocked the last time up, and now a chance to drive in another run. Check swing. Did the bat break the plane? Yes, it's a strike. Oh, and 1. Here's the pitch. Nice eye right there. Squares to bunt, but misses.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here's the 1-2 offering. Drops it down the third baseline. And that bunt goes foul. It's a strikeout. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now a 2-0 ball game. As we go to the last of the third, stepping to the plate for Arkansas, Nick Raposo.
Raposo.
first pitch just
outside.
misses. Oh, that got
Yep,
away, and
that
the
got
batter
him.
reaches
First
on a
base.
hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Nick Dunn
Now
digs in
batting,
now.
the
0 for
second
1,
baseman,
grounded out the
Nick
first time around.
Dunn.
Hey! 0-1's the count.
Raposo takes his lead at first with nobody out. Up the middle. And a base hit right there. The tying run is aboard. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. That may
Now
wind
batting,
up being a
shortstop,
pivotal at
Michael.
bat in this one. Nice compact
Arroyo.
bat path on that swing and a great rip into center field. Liners like that one are a good way to raise the batting average. Now it's the shortstop, Michael Arroyo. Grounded out the first time up.
Hey!
And the 0-1 now. Fouled off left side. Oh, and 2 now. Slider
Oh,
misses
that's
away.
just out.
First and second here with nobody out. Just misses there. Impeccable discipline to lay off of that one. Wow. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Salas drifts towards it. And there's one away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Hogan Windish.
Digging in for the Travelers, Hogan Windish. 0 for 1. One and out.
Counts 1-0. Hey! I got one ball,
One out,
strike.
runners at first and second. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. This one to right, on the way over. And it's caught for the out. And now the right fielder,
Now batting,
Lázaro
the
Montes,
right fielder,
cracked a double the
Lázaro
first time at bat.
Montes.
Ball one. Ball one, no strikes.
Tying run is at first. Here in the back end of the third inning. Close
That's ball
but
two.
ruled a ball. The pitcher's approaching him much more cautiously after he gave up the double the first time around. Two and 0, here's the pitch. Strike one.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Next
That's
offering
ball
is down
three.
low. That's such a hard pitch to
3
lay
balls,
off of at
1
the
strike.
plate. Nice job to spit on that tempting slider down and in. The 3-1 offering. Grounder to the left side. And foul ball. Out to short. To first, not in time. Everyone's safe.
The left fielder, number 32, Jared Sundstrom.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the left fielder, Jared Sundstrom. Fastball in for a strike. That's a great approach with the bases loaded. He did well to get a strike and get ahead in the count. Ground ball, right side. Steps on that as they escape the bases loaded jam. So they load the bases but leave them stranded and they come away empty. 3 innings in the books in this one. The Mission's out in front, 2-0. That
Ball
one a
one.
little bit high, and that's ball one.
Nope, that's down.
In the air, right field. And no one can get to it, a foul ball. Got the batter looking for the K. One gone leading off the fourth.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Coming up to the dish for
Cole
San Antonio, Cole
Roederer.
Roederer. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Roederer, 25 years old, and while he's usually in the outfield, today he's the designated hitter. The 0-1.
Ball, that's low. That's ball two. We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Next pitch in for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And
3
that
balls,
misses
2
away.
strikes.
Got the strikeout looking. 2 quick outs in the top of the fourth. Next to hit for the
Now
Missions,
batting,
Gendry
third
Rojas.
baseman,
Hit into a
Gendry
double play the first time around.
Rojas.
Gets on base and keeps it going. That at bat was over in the blink of an eye. That one was right down the middle, and he regretted it as soon as it left his hand. And we'll see if his speed becomes a factor now that he's on first. Digging in for the Missions, Nerwillian Cedeno. First at bat was a strikeout.
Yeah!
Next offering is upstairs. Movement in the
1 and
bullpen.
1.
Number 63 appears to be getting loose. Danner warming up as well. One and one. Here's the pitch. Top of the zone for a called strike. 3 straight fastballs to start this at bat. I'd expect him to go off speed here to change the pace. Strikeout looking for the backwards K. Picks up the 7th strikeout of the ball game. 1 left on base. They're up 2-0. Welcome back. The Travelers at the dish in the bottom of the fourth. Fouled off to the right. The Travelers get their nickname from a folk song called The Arkansas Traveler, which was first published way back in 1863. It's the official state historic song of Arkansas. That one's in there, and the count is 0-2. This has been a solid outing for him, and a lot of that is because he keeps pounding the zone like he did with that low fastball. Took a little too long on the mound, and the umpire rules it's an automatic ball. Manager signals over, and how about this? The intentional walk to the leadoff hitter.
Now batting, center fielder, Victor.
Here's the center fielder, Victor Labrada. Runner at first with nobody out. Outfielders will want to get the ball in quickly if it gets past the infield. Keep him from going first to third. Late on that fastball. Love how he's attacking the zone, throwing a ton of strikes. These hitters need to be ready to swing at the first good strike they see. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Wouldn't be surprised to see the runner break from first, trying to stay out of the double play. 0-2, rocks and fires. Fair ball! Makes the turn at second and heads for third. Into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now. Good job keeping the front side closed on that swing. I know he typically likes to go to the opposite side, but as he showed there, he's more than willing to pull the ball too. So up next, Yoiner Fajardo. Went down on strikes the first time through. That one finds the zone. So far, he's thrown more than 80% first pitch strikes, which is driving this excellent outing. If he keeps it up, he could work very deep into this one. On the ground to third. Fair ball! One run's in. Coming around third. Also in to score. Well, we're starting over. 2 RBIs with that swing, and this one is tied. Sometimes you don't need to hit it all that hard. Just put it in play and hope it finds a hole like it did on that grounder. This next at-bat looms very large. Nick Raposo now at the plate. Runner at second with nobody out. Defense will need to make some plays to avoid allowing that run. Downstairs. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Go ahead run at second. That's towards center. One away.
Now batting, second baseman, Nick Dunn.
Nick Dunn getting ready to hit. 1 for 2.
Inside ball.
The Travelers with the go-ahead run standing at second. 1-2, here's the pitch. This one the other way, and it stays fair. Runner around third, boots it. Chance at a triple. Throw to third, but in there safely. As they jump ahead, a run scores. Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. That's a swing every hitting coach and scout loves to see. Just a shot into the gap the other way. Hitters who can do that consistently usually have a ton of success. Next to hit, Michael Arroyo makes the grab, and there's 2 out. Might need a little more backspin if you're going to get a hit on that swing. Needed a bit more air under it to get to a safe distance. Coming up to the dish
Now
for Arkansas, Hogan Windish.
Hogan.
Good opportunity to pick up your teammate and deliver.
0-1.
That's a slider for a strike. Here's the 0-2 pitch. On the ground to third, Rojas. To the plate, safe! 4-2 now. Two away and a runner at first. Now at the dish, Lázaro Montes. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Pitcher blew that by him at the plate, and I'm sure he's smiling after that. If the hitter's laying low, though, it could get interesting later in the AB. It's a pop-up. Castagnon drifting towards this one. Inning over, but the damage certainly done. So they move out in front after a 4-run showing. We've played 4 full. Arkansas ahead in this game, 4-2. We're in the top half of the fifth. Stepping to the plate now for San Antonio, Leodalis DeVries. And a ground ball to first. Takes it to the bag at first. And the leadoff batter retired in their half of the fifth.
Albert Fabian.
Albert Fabian will hit next.
Oh and 1.
Strike two. Now this is lifted to center. That one gets down for a hit. So they get a runner on with a one-out single. That one was way in on the hands. He did a great job to pull them in and get enough barrel on the ball to push it back through the middle for a hit. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, looks ready to make the move. Michael Morales won't go any further tonight. Two-run ball game as the starter heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching.
Number 63 gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Number 63, Austin Kitchen.
One gone, runner at first. Now at the plate, Ethan Salas.
Aye.
Swing lifted to left field. Reaching down, makes the catch. And he should be feeling good after getting that first batter in this high leverage spot. Now he can attack with even more confidence. Coming up to the dish for San Antonio, Joshua Mears. Bouncing ball here, rolls foul. Tying run waits at the plate. Skies it out towards left center. Labrada settles under it. And that's the end of the inning. One runner left on base. Still down 4-2. Bottom of the fifth here in North Little Rock. Now the left fielder, Jared Sundstrom. Fly ball down the line. That drops in no man's land, a foul ball. The 0-1 offering. And swing and a miss.
0-2 is the count.
Fights it off, we'll see another. I'm sure he wants that pitch back. Out to short. DeVries whips it to first in time. And there's one away. Nice late-breaking slider there. Hitter was out in front, and that's a recipe for a weak grounder like you just saw. And now, Ryland Thomas.
Hey! 0-1's the count.
Here's the 0-1 pitch.
No, inside.
Puts this one in the air down the line. On the move, has a play, and he makes the catch.
The center fielder, number 2, Victor.
So 2 down now, and here at the plate, Victor Labrada.
Hey! 0-1.
2 outs, bases empty. To the right side, Cedeno. Play made, that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. And we're through 5 innings. Arkansas with the lead, 4-2.
Now Pitching for
A new
the
arm into the
Travelers,
game, the righty, Blas
number
Castaño,
62.
charged with hanging on to this lead.
Castaño.
And here's the first
Leading
baseman,
off
Marcos
for San
Castaño.
Antonio,
1
the
for
first
2 with an
baseman, number
RBI
6,
double back in the
Marcos
first.
Castañon.
Ground ball, right side, into the outfield, base hit. That was over in a hurry. Efficient way to get a hit. Did well to see that fastball off the outside edge and go with it, punching it to the opposite field. And now the right fielder. Nobody out and a runner at first. Pitcher will want to keep this on the ground for the double play. Oh, 1 now. And it's strike 2.
0-2.
The Missions with the tying run at the dish. That one in the air to center field. It's pretty deep. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Cole Roederer.
And now at the plate, Cole Roederer.
That's a ball.
Good job to let the low one go there.
1-0.
Ground ball to
That
the right
ball's
side.
foul.
And that's just foul. Runner at first, 1 away. Hit on the ground, might be 2. To second, that's 1. Not in time at first, it's a fielder's choice.
Now batting, the third baseman, Gendry Rojas.
Gendry Rojas, the next to hit. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, base hit. Lead runners around second to third. Safe there, and we've got runners at second and third with 2 away. No question, he came
Now
up
batting,
ready to hit.
second baseman,
Timing on the
Mayor
swing was
William
good. Able to shoot the ball
Cedeno.
up the middle. Didn't exactly square it up, but that's a good approach paying off. And now another base hit could even this one up. Next to hit for the Missions, Nerwillian Cedeno, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Foul ball there. And the tying run at second. And that one fouled off. Pitchers softened him up with a couple of changeups. Might be time to go to the heater. Foul ball, still 0-2. Swing, high fly down the right field line. Montez. And that'll do it. 2 left on. 8, 9, and 1 hitters scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. The Travelers lead it 4-2.
Well, we are 4-2 here on this Wednesday evening here in North Little Rock, Arkansas. The Arkansas Travelers leading this game against San Antonio 4-2. Our score is evidently the San Antonio Missions trying to capitalize as they did the first game. And so far, pretty good as well. Well, Ben Gelman will get things going for the bottom half of the sixth inning. And so far, we're going to send it right back to him. So here you go, Ben. Have at it.
We're in the bottom of the sixth. Stepping to the plate for Arkansas, Yoiner Fajardo.
Yeah! 0-1's the count.
The 0-1. Fly ball, left field, Fabian. One up, one down.
Now batting, catcher, Nick.
Next up for the
Raposo.
Travs, Nick Raposo.
Hey! 0-1.
Clips the corner, and that's strike two. One out and the base is empty. Rolls over it to third. Picks it up. And two away now.
Now batting, second baseman, Nick Dunn.
So digging in, Nick Dunn. Two down and nobody aboard here in the bottom of the sixth. Grounder to short. DeVries. That's the third out. Inning over. We're through 6 full innings. The Travelers on top here, 4-2.
Well, we're on now to the 7th inning as Arkansas still leading this game 4-2 here in North Little Rock here tonight. And, yep, San Antonio getting ready to go. They're down to their final 3 chances as we head to the 7th inning. Can they capitalize, save themselves from elimination? We'll have to wait and see when we come back from North Little Rock. We are top of the 7th inning for San Antonio right now in the Arkansas Travelers Baseball Network. And now here's Ben Gelman as he brings us the rest of the broadcast here this Wednesday evening.
So the closer summoned from the bullpen, C.
Number
Lawrence.
41.
On to try and lock this thing up.
Casey Lawrence. Shortstop, number 94.
Line drive, and it's caught. That's the kind of lineout that will gnaw at a batter's soul. That one was a laser, and all you get for it is a walk back to the dugout. So up next, Albert Fabian. Lined into right. Drops into the glove.
Now batting, catcher Ethan Salas.
So it's their last chance of the ball game. And that's ripped into right. Settles under it, makes the catch, and that's the ball game. And your final score, 4-2. On behalf of our entire outstanding crew here at the show, I'm Ben Gelman. Thanks for joining us.
Well, 3-out shutout finish, and boy, I tell you what, Arkansas winning a double split, or should I say just a side of the pie, but, well, evidently they will win a game. San Antonio wins a game, so I guess being split even, that pretty much knows that San Antonio has already lost. The only thing that held them up was that 5-game winning streak. And so far, the Travelers now winning one in the final score of 4-2. Well, that concludes the 5-game winning streak for San Antonio. And evidently, well, better luck next time, as now the Mission's getting in there and pretty much getting the loss. I can tell you one thing, that San Antonio getting 25 and 22 of the ninth. And so far, that concludes our doubleheader today. Arkansas still staying ahead, as they will be 25-22. So that means that San Antonio and the Travelers are dead even. And pretty much they win the second game of our double. So it is a series split here in this one. Well, go ahead and go over some runs, hits, and errors first here for Game 2. For the Arkansas Travelers, 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and they leave a few on base. For San Antonio, 2 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They leave a couple on base, and so far pretty good on that. Well, the 2 extra innings are cut out due to the doubleheader. I mean, every doubleheader gets a 7-inning contest on both games. And gotta say, just having 2 of those and the rest of the series in the 4 will pretty much consist of 9 innings starting tomorrow night. Well, the Amarillo Sod Poodles have the Frisco Rough Riders on the run. The score is 10-2 there at Wateridge Field in downtown Amarillo, and gotta say, it's pretty good there. But looks like Amarillo will pick up a W if they don't continue to get Frisco going. But evidently, they have pretty much got things going here tonight. Tulsa will conclude their ball game winning a final score of 10-7 against Wichita. So they will pick up a win, and that means that Wichita will stay in second place for now. And, well, Springfield and Northwest Arkansas tied 3-3. Top of the 8th inning there at Blue River Stadium. So, got to say, pretty good for that as well. Well, not a bad night, but evidently Arkansas winning a game, San Antonio winning a game. I say fair split. You know, looks like Midland is coming in from behind and trying to beat Corpus Christi tonight. And so far, our broadcast this evening, if we could get it on, about 3.5 hours worth of broadcast. Yeah, so far, pretty good. Well, evidently, we do say goodnight here in North Little Rock as the Arkansas Travelers getting the win. And so far, San Antonio should definitely pick it up tomorrow night to get back a winning streak. And so far, we'll keep our eyes and ears open for that as well. So, losing that 5-game winning streak, boy, they had something going. And so far, it was a pretty good one here this evening. Well, third of the 6-game set starts tomorrow evening at 7:05. We're back to our 9 innings here in North Little Rock. And so far, we are broadcasting to you live here. And, yeah, we got fans from San Antonio watching, and evidently, I would say it's not a bad thing that we had a series split. So, no doubt about it. It was a good night. We had a pretty good time. And so far, both sides won a game. So, pretty good. I say that's fair. All right, so Tulsa will be 20-27. And Wichita 24-23 as the Tulsa Drillers beat the Wichita Wind Surge. So, I'm going to say that was a pretty good done deal right there. The pretty much Northwest Arkansas still tied with Springfield with 3-3. They're the top of the 8th inning there at Blue River Stadium. And, yeah, it looks like the Rough Riders trailing 8 runs against Amarillo. They're at Water Ridge Field there in Texas. And so far, Corpus Christi and Midland, it is a final score. The Rockhounds win and beat Corpus Christi. So they'll be 27-20. Corpus Christi now 17-30. And I got to say, that is just rough around the edges that another game lost is another game lost. And so far, Corpus Christi not having a good start of the year. They're down last place along with Tulsa, 17-30 for the South Division Corpus Christi Hooks. North Division Tulsa Drillers down in last place, but evidently not far behind from Northwest Arkansas. At 23-22 was Northwest Arkansas. Tulsa trailing 3.5 against the Naturals 4.5 for Springfield and Wichita, 5.5 against the Arkansas Travelers. And so far, pretty good on that as well. Well, we still got 4 ball clubs that have not been called yet for the rest of this evening. And so far, we are going to hopefully stay on the air until we can see what goes on. So we still got Northwest Arkansas and Springfield, Frisco and Amarillo going. That's the bottom half of the 7th inning. And yeah, we're going to take a look at the broadcast to see what is going on there in the good old Amarillo, Texas area. Now, so far the Rough Riders trailing 8 runs of that ball game at Water Ridge Field. Well, we have about 4 more games here in Arkansas. Then the San Antonio Missions coming home, taking on the Midland Rockhounds starting on June 3rd. And gotta say, a 6-game set with Midland, and then it'll be off to Amarillo right after that to start that series. And then, I do believe we'll go over your schedule for the San Antonio Missions here. And so far after that 6 games in Amarillo, San Antonio goes home and takes on the Frisco Rough Riders. And then we are back up in Midland, which I will do those broadcasts. And then we'll be back home for a short 3-game set against Corpus Christi. And we'll say it will be not the last time we see Corpus Christi of the year, but September 2nd through the 7th is when Corpus Christi will have their last road series in San Antonio. And then San Antonio heads to Springfield for the last ever road travel of 2025. Don't forget that a few months from now, we will get ready to tell you all about 2026 and the baseball schedules. And so far, going to be pretty good. Well, for all of us here, we thank y'all and for having a good night with us. And so far, San Antonio trying to get in there, and hopefully tomorrow evening getting up and winning a pretty good one. 25 and 22 of the year, but evidently we're going to do good next go round. Hopefully get something going. But anyway, hope y'all have a good night. Be safe. Safe travels home. And thank you for joining us here today. So have a good night.